Hi, everyone, and welcome back to another English lesson. Today we have a really fun lesson for you, all about the internet. Let's get going. Now, I know that some of you probably already know a lot of these words, but I'm guessing that there are some that we will talk about today that you don't know or maybe don't understand the correct meaning for. So I think that you'll find the lesson very helpful today. Let's get going. The internet. I think probably all of us know that word, don't we? The internet. That is the wonderful system that is out there all over the world that allows us to connect with each other and find out information. So many things that you can do on the internet. Research, news, entertainment. The internet is just an amazing thing that we have today. Have you ever noticed at the top of a web page that a lot of times the URL or the address, and we'll talk about all of these terms, the website address starts with www. At least a lot of the website addresses start with www. Do you know what that stands for? Do you know what that means? It stands for the World Wide Web. World Wide Web. Another name for the internet is the World Wide Web, or just if you want to shorten it down, you can just say the web. I'm going to log on to the web, the World Wide Web, and study some English tonight or something like that. So when we talk about the word online, I'm going to get online. Do you know what that means? It just simply means that you are going to connect to the internet and start looking around, watching the news, watching a funny program, studying some English with TK and Frank. You know, you're getting online. Online. Now, this actually can have a couple of different meanings. Someone might say, you know, we now have a website and you can shop online. We have all of our products now online. And so it simply means that everything that you would normally buy in the store is now online, and you can just go and shop online and they'll deliver it to your door. That's how I do most of my shopping these days. I just order something online, and the next day it comes delivered to my door. And it's very convenient. So it may be that it's just information and products that are online, but it can also mean that I want to get online. I want to get connected to the internet online. Have you ever heard someone say, oh, I'm offline? Offline. Do you know what that means when they say, oh, I'm offline? It simply means that they're not currently connected to the internet. They're offline. It could be that if it's a business, their website is down for maintenance. It's not working correctly and has to be fixed. And so right now, the website is offline. Offline. Or it could simply mean that your friend, you're trying to reach them over Messenger or texting them, but you can't reach them because they're not connected to the internet. They're offline. Offline. We've been using the term connected a lot in the last minute or two. Do you know what that means? Connected. Connected. It simply means that your device, whether it's a phone or a laptop or an iPad or some tablet, is connected to the internet. You are able to browse the internet, surf the internet. You're connected. But if maybe you've run out of data on your phone, or maybe the power is out in your home, and because of that, you're offline and you're no longer connected to the internet. Connected. Someone might come into your home and say, "Oh, I've run out of data. Can I connect to your Wi-Fi?" Your Wi-Fi? Oh, these are all terms that we need to learn perhaps. But someone comes to your home and say, "Oh, can I connect to your internet, your Wi-Fi?" Most people have some type of home Wi-Fi system, right? Wi-Fi. Should we talk about that? What does Wi-Fi stand for? You know, as I travel around the world, I hear some people calling it Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi, and it kind of looks like that when you see it, Wi-Fi, right? But it stands for wireless, and actually the "fi" has no real meaning. As I did the research for this lesson, they said some people think that it stands for fidelity, wireless fidelity, but that's not true, apparently. It is actually a brand name. Somebody patented this term, Wi-Fi, and it just caught on. But the first part of that is wireless. Can I jump on your wireless network? And so you might have to give them the name of your home network. Don't worry, we'll get to all of these terms. I've got a whole list here. Network is another one. So you might have to tell them the name of your network and then your password, and then they can get on your home internet. Or when you go to the restaurant, you might see a sign that says Wi-Fi available. Wi-Fi available. And so when the waiter or the waitress comes to your table, you might ask them, "Oh, what's your Wi-Fi password?" There's another one we'll talk about. Password. And she might give you a slip of paper, or it might actually be on your menu somewhere, and she'll point it out. And then you can get connected to the internet through the Wi-Fi network of the restaurant. Wi-Fi. Another term that people like to use, instead of connect to the internet, they might say, "Oh, I want to jump on the net." That's a short word for network. I want to jump on the net. I want to jump on the web. I want to jump on the internet. I want to jump on the web. And so if you hear that term, it's just another way of saying connect. I want to connect to the internet. I want to jump on the internet. Or someone might be just telling you that they want to go connect to the internet. They might leave the table and say, "It was a wonderful meal. I think I'm going to go jump on the internet." Jump on. It just means they're going to go spend some time on the internet, the World Wide Web. So where are they going to go? They are probably, first of all, after they connect, they're going to open up a browser. A browser. Do you know what a browser is? You probably do. You probably use it all the time. You just may not know the English word for it. The browser is that software on your computer that allows you to visit different places on the internet. The four most common browsers are Google Chrome, Safari, that's the Apple one. Apple Safari is a browser. There's Firefox, which is an independent organization that has a very good browser. And then there's Microsoft that has a browser as well. I believe the current version name for their browser is Microsoft Edge. They're kind of always changing the name of their browser, but I think the latest one is Edge. And so those are the four most common ones. Which one do you use? Let me know in the comments below. I'd be curious to know. I think the most common one today is the Google Chrome. And one of the reasons why Google Chrome is the most popular is because of its excellent search engine. Do you know what a search engine is? Well, that's the little box that is right at the top of the browser where you can type in a question or the name of a business, the name of a store that you want to know more information about, or even English words. So search engines. Google is probably the most common search engine today. In fact, a lot of people just say, oh, just Google that, right? Instead of saying, go to Google Chrome and do a search for whatever, they just simply say, oh, Google that, Google that. And that's because the Google search engine is probably the most popular. But all of the other browsers that you might use also have their own search engine that you can try and use. And some people prefer the Microsoft Edge or the Firefox search engine, but Google is probably the most used. Now, one of the things that people like to use their search engine for is to find websites. You know, if they want to learn more about a business or a product, a company, an organization, they'll type in the name of that company, that organization, that business into the search engine and then hit the return key. And Google will list a number of items that are related to the words that you typed in. And if it is a name of a business, that business will probably show up at the top. For example, if you typed in study English with us, our website will probably be at the very top of the Google list. And when you see what you're searching for, just click on the link and that will take you to the website. You know, I'm looking on my phone here of all of the terms that I wanted us to learn, but I also noticed that we've gone way over our 10 minutes. We're trying to keep our lessons down to 10 minutes. So I think what I'm going to do is break this lesson into segments. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, maybe even Part 4, so that we can learn all of these terms, but keep them to a short lesson, just 10 minutes long. So be sure and come back to YouTube so that you don't miss Part 2 and 3 and 4 of this important study. And one good way to make sure that you don't miss any of these lessons is to be sure that you are subscribed to our channel. If you haven't done so, go and subscribe. And also something else that helps is if you ring the bell right there. Beside the subscribe button, there's usually a little bell. Just tap on that as well, and that will let YouTube know that you want to be notified every time we release a new lesson. And that way you won't miss any lessons. And there's so many more lessons we could talk about using the internet. You know, we could do a whole lesson on emails, right? We could do a lesson on social media. And, there's just so much that we could do. So if you are interested in learning the English terms, for everything that has to do with the internet, be sure that you are subscribed. Now, one other way that you could make sure that you'll be able to find all of our lessons is to go to the website that we've been talking about today, studyenglishwithus.ca. And there we have all of our lessons nicely organized. There's a section there for Vietnamese speakers. You see the little menu item that says Study with TK. Well, if you click on that, if you're from Vietnam, my wife has about 300 lessons there for you to learn with. And then if you are from some other country, some other language is your native language, then look for the menu item that says Study with Frank. And that way you'll find all of the lessons that we have prepared, and also all of the ones that we will be coming out with over the next few months. They'll all show up there automatically, and you won't miss a single one, and you'll be able to easily find it. A lot of times on YouTube, it's hard to find the older lessons. And so here at our website, everything is nicely organized. All right, well, that's our lesson for today, and we'll see you next time for part 2. Part 3, maybe even part 4 of terms you should know when working and playing on the internet. So long for today.